Hole 10. Hole 10 plays roughly 322 feet, but you have this small, tiny gap about 200 feet down the fairway that's about 12 feet wide and about 12 feet tall. As the drone flies through it here, you're going to see a lot of players throwing straight fairway drivers, the occasional player going big sky highs or big Annie over the left or right side, because this gap is tiny. But if you do manage to sneak it through, you are rewarded with a forgiving green and hopefully a circle's edge putt.
As long as you don't go long through the OB fence.
Into the cow pasture.
Indeed.
That is not where you want to end up. All right, let's see how it plays out with these fellas. Isaiah on the tee first. Tied with Gavin here for the lead of the card. And looks like he's got it. It's hyzer and after, but yeah, that'll sit down. Oh, and he barely curls up and bounds.
Saved by that fence post.
Might have had a little help from the fence post there, but he'll be happy with that. Any putt on this hole really is a good tee shot. Ron's hugging that left side a little bit, and he'll get a bad kick. Let's see if he can get up and down from there. Gavin. That's jail over there. You do not want to miss right. That big evergreen tree will swallow discs, and usually we'll end up forcing some forehand rollers from behind it because it is thick on the right side. Let's see what Jay does. Looks good out of the hand. Yeah, Jay will take that all day. That's circle's edge. And let's see how flexible this world champ can get. Reaching out from the left side on a knee. Helicopter forehand hyzer there. Great shot from Ron.
And Gavin is just trying to find daylight at this point.
He is lost in the cabbage here on the right side. He seems to have found some sort of line. The dive. Derek Jeter over here. Great out there by Gavin. He'll have about a 30-footer to save his par. And here's Isaiah's comeback. About 50 feet. And that just sails off the right side. Jay's intimidation stare.
Trying for the only birdie on the hole.
Grabs it. And the famous Yeti growl.
That's all we wanted.
Oh. I think he was imitating a rooster there, if I'm not mistaken. What a legend.
Lots of animal impressions on this hole. Good save from Gavin there.
Yeah. A 2 on this hole is gaining quite a bit on the card. We actually, believe it or not, that was the only 2 in the MPO field. Was from, Michael Junod with the other 2. But him and Yeti were the only 2s on the entire MPO field this day. So
pretty impressive.
Shout out. On to hole 11. Hole 11 is 303 feet. You're going to tee off from down this little slope through a tight gap. And this hill makes the entire shot blind. So after this hill, you're going to have a backhand right-handed thrower have quite a bit of turn on their disc and hopefully get around these 2 protection trees. But it is quite a bit of a huck, and the green is really protected. So this is going to be another one of the tougher plays. Jay will have the box here. Swinging this out wide left. Lots of turn. That looks like it's going to get caught up there pretty early.
Looks like Isaiah is opting for the forehand line here.
And that was low off the tee. It looks like it might have gotten swallowed as well. This will go over the rough. That doesn't play OB, but will grab your disc if you leave it too low. Ron swung this way right, and I don't think that's coming back. That was the path he was trying to...
a little demonstration there.
See if Gavin can find this line. That's looking pretty good. If that gets legs, that'll hyzer in. Wow. Almost flashing chains from our point of view there. Great shot from Gavin.
Isaiah did get caught up in this tall grass, and he's still got a little ways to go.
We're about 200 out, 150 out. Great shot from Isaiah. Ron almost banging that one home. Jay looks like he's got a little bit of a look at it. Yeah. Ooh, thought he had that
A
one.
promising line.
Right on line with the chain the entire time. Gavin get the solo bird. Great putt from Gavin. Outside circle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 11 paces off the basket. Maybe more. Isaiah cleaning up the par. And we'll have a dunk from Ron and Jay here. Onto the feature hole of the back nine, some might say the tractor hole, the John Deere hole. You can see from this drone shot, there's 2 tee pads. We'll be playing from the left one both days here. So it is a par 3, plays about 301 feet. But really the only shot that you're going to see is just kind of a skyhook hyzer here, because you want to give these chains kind of a flash. There's nothing in your way, but this basket is very high, very elevated, so anything missed we'll be looking at 30 or 40 feet deep. So you really want to get this under the basket if all possible, because putting up into this chain can be a nightmare of a 4 or a 5. Of Gavin off the box. Hits the tractor and kind of unfortunate. That was absolutely parked, and John Deere thought had other things.
We were all rooting for that to sit on the seat.
That's really what you want. Maybe cooler than an ace.
Couldn't make it happen.
This needs legs. Yeah. Great shot from Jay. Isaiah. He
Taking
hates it.
Really wide, hoping for some stability.
Yeah, that's going to work out for him.
A nice roll at the end. That put him in pretty good shape.
That was so bad.
Ron Kahn. Throw a little flex line there. Hopping up.
He'll be up there close to Jay.
4 good drives. Jay a little shorter than we thought, maybe. About 25 feet. That's a scary putt, but that's center for Jay. Great too.
He's probably happy to be looking at a tailwind there with that kind of elevation.
Honking the horn on the John Deere. Gavin. Grabbed it. Confident putt. He says, yep. Whoa!
Tried to bounce out.
Good grab there by the basket. Ron Kahn for the star frame. Yes, sir. Don't forget to donate to your favorite charities at home, because they all got birdies, so you know what to do. Hole 13. Did I say the last hole was the future hole? This might be the future hole of the back nine. Par 3, 275 feet. Really beautiful water carry, about 200 feet. And then into a fairly protected green. This is one of the acier holes on the course. We also saw Coda Hatfield ace this last tournament at the Vets here at the farm with a big sky hyzer. So that is the line, but you'll see a lot of these guys probably just take it right up the gut and play for their birdie. keeping the box. Got one stroke on Isaiah here. Going straight at it. Amazing shot from Gavin. He's on a roll. The Yeti with a straight shot as well. Hyzering out at the end.
Whoa. Got a little frisky at the end. He'll have a long comebacker.
Isaiah pushing that right side. Oh. And that looked like it was heading for the basket if it didn't hit that tree from behind the box at least. He was going for it. Here's Ron. See if that can hold on. It's diving out left, but he'll definitely have a putt there. Circle's edge. Isaiah will be up first. About 40 feet. Oh.
He's going to sit down and think about that for a second.
Taking a moment to himself here. Here's Jay from about 45. Great putt. The Yeti is on fire in the back nine, let me tell you. 3 in a row. 2 in a row. 4 of the last 5 for Jay.
Yeah, he was fighting a lot of chains with that AVR.
And just again for the viewers, Jared, what type of AVR was he using?
You know, I think
Casey?
there may be a Yeti on that stamp somewhere, and
Oh.
I'm not sure where that comes from, but I'm sure if you researched it, you could figure it out.
Yeah. I asked him where he got his putters, and he wouldn't tell me, so
Maybe some kind of industry secret.
maybe some third-party manufacturer. I guess we'll never know. All right, Isaiah dropping the bird, but the rest of the card picking up that elusive 2 on hole 13. On to 14, double mando right out the gate. 14's playing 329, dead straight from basket to tee pad. And
Kind of the feature hole of this back nine, I would say.
yeah, really taking a pretty incredible shot to get here. Either have to go straight at it, 330 feet, or have something that turns right and gets lucky through this orchard of trees. But for a lot of people, we'll play this for 3. There's an Obi River that runs behind the right of this basket, so something to keep in mind. That's looking real good from Gavin. Unfortunate kick there to the right, but he might even have a long bit of this. Here's the Yeti. And that looks right down the middle. It's going to hyzer out, but middle of the fairway. Can't really complain with that.
We got the remote control back here.
Ron Con. And that hit an unlucky tree, but he is a ways down the fairway. Here's the kid, Isaiah. Looks like he pulled this. Whoa! Isaiah doing a little dance on the tee box there. I'm not quite sure if it worked out to his advantage. He'll be first off the box.
Sometimes that's the only way to influence the flight of the disc after you let it go.
You got to lean with it, rock with it. Unfortunate route there, directing his skip into kind of an anhyzer. He can get that putt, but it was on track. Jay giving that a little bit of a bid, maybe? Should have a 25-footer for par. Gavin skipped farther right than it looked. Wow.
Actually had a pretty nice backdoor approach there.
Yep. Roncon. Way down the fairway. That tree's kind of in his way. Float something up and...
Ooh, gave it a chance for sure.
He thought that was good. Almost rang that up from about 80 feet. That would have been spectacular around the tree. Isaiah's pumped to get that par. Great putt from the kid. Here's the Yeti. Whoa.
That was close. He's just staring that putter down.
The putter is still hot, folks. It's been a while since he's missed one. Great snag there for Ron. Saw a lot of threes on this hole, a lot of fours. Only one birdie the entire day, Terry Roethlisberger. I didn't see that, but an amazing two from Terry. On to hole 15, kind of the feature hole of the back nine.
So many feature holes.
355 feet, and it has a very unique kind of shot that you have to throw up the tee. Ideally, you're wanting to get through this kind of tight gap up the fairway and put something up on this ledge that you see those stairs go up to. The ledge is about 320 off the tee box, but it is elevated uphill the entire way and about like a 40-foot cliff. So it takes a very specific shape of shot and a mash to kind of get it there. So we'll see if any of these guys got the power to get it up there. Gavin off the box. This looks like a good shape. It's hyzering. That didn't quite make it up.
Already saying, like, can you throw mine? You gotta smash it.
Here's Yeti. Yeti doesn't really want to mess with that. He'll just put himself in a position to get a par.
Throw it in from there.
Him and Ron were joking. That's some young kid power that's needed to get up there.
Does Ron consider himself a young kid is the question.
Yeah. TBD. Ron really putting the works on this disc, and
There's a little rough there on the left side of that raised platform that you can find yourself in.
Isaiah definitely having the distance to get this shot. And
He'll also find himself back there.
Going deep of the pin. That's some power. Yeti, that putter needs to find chains whenever it's in the air. Jay's worked himself back into this picture here, tying up with Isaiah. Man, Ron's got a tough stance here. He's poking a hand out of the forest, seeing if it can find some air. That's a good out, if that sits. Yep. Gavin kind of off the side of that cliff, kind of had to keep his balance to keep his safety. Good bid from Isaiah, but that'll leave him with a tester comeback of a par. Let's see if we can grab this. Not a great comeback there from Isaiah. Wishing he had that back. So Ron will take a par. Jay will grab his par. Only 2 birdies on hole 15 the entire day. Shout out Brandon Cawthorn and Colton Perkins. Great twos to get. On to the next. Dang. This is fun.
I don't know. I don't know. If I was going to choose one feature hole, it might be this one where you hang it out over the road. With
a massive American flag hanging from the... Yeah, it's kind of featurey. I mean, that's what you see when you walk in. The play here is to honestly... Whoops. The play here is honestly to throw something out over the road and have it hyzer back in, biting off as much as you can chew. And your landing zone is right here about where the drone is, in front of the river, a couple paces, opening up a gap to shoot through here on the right side, ideally across the river, in which you will find yourself nicely greeted by this 50-foot American flag pole. really a picturesque green and a really true two-shot par 4. So let's see how it plays out. Gavin still got that box. Whipping this wide out over the road. And working back. Mash. Jay. Oh, and hits the power line, redirecting him into a huge clump of trees. Extremely unfortunate from Jay. Ron digging into this one. Almost loses his balance, but he needs some road work here. Road work ahead. Yes, sir.
He wanted nothing to do with those power lines. He just took a really low line there and got a massive skip.
Fun shot from Ron. This is a hole for Isaiah to mash on. Kind of lost that in the sky, but...
Yeah, probably a little further left than he wanted, but some great distance. Bushnell had him at a little over 460 on that one.
460 right in front of the river. Gonna be a good spot. Jay from way down in that woods managed to punch out about 50 feet, leaving him having to hit a gap here. Really good upshot there from Jay. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. Parked for his par. Gavin fighting some trees on the left. Manages to fight through. He'll have about a circle's edge putt for his birdie. He's not thrilled with it, but putt's a putt. Ron in really good position to attack here. Leaving that approach a little sawed off, but he'll have about a circle's edge putt as well. Isaiah getting the most accurate distance for this knee shot here that he's lining up. He must have kind of that bridge and that tree kind of in his way, forcing him to go down to a lower stance. Barely missing that tree. Yeah, that'll give him about a 25-footer for his birdie. Ron will be first up. Just a bit low. Gavin off to the right, low as well off the cage. And looks like Jay will take no strokes from his unfortunate tee shot with a great out and a great up. Sometimes you don't need a putt. Star par there from the guys. Gavin still got the lead here by a couple strokes. Hole 17, par 3, 353 feet. Pretty straightforward hole. A lot of players are going to throw just a straight backhand, maybe punch up over these rocks and then finish down left. If you have a big flex forehand, that usually is a play as well, kind of flexing right before these big ferns on the left side of the fairway, punching in and attacking the green here as well. We do have OB road and OB fence on either side of the hole. Gavin showing that line above the rocks. Never really hyzered out, but he'll have an outside look at it. Here's Jay. That's a great looking line. Oh yeah. A little deep. Ron in the past has thrown, this hyzer line.
Pitching it out over the OB.
Hoping it scoots back in under the fence, and it barely does. It's a ballsy line there from the world champ. Here's Isaiah going straight at it. That looks sauced. Yeah.
He'll be hanging out with Yeti.
Great shot. What a putt from Gavin. Elevated, 45 feet out. Great birdie. That's a bonus for him. Ron Connor from about the same spot. We're getting a clinic here today, folks. The putters are out, and they are hot.
Yetis and otherwise.
Yetis and non-Yetis. What do you think Ron's putting with, Jared? Do you know?
I don't for sure.
Oh, that was so bad.
Wardens, maybe?
We'll have to ask him. What do you think Yeti's putting with?
Great question, Isaac. If I had to guess, Yeti AVRs.
And they're hot, ladies and gentlemen.
He's finding a lot of chains with those today.
Grab your Yeti AVR Pros if you want to putt like Jay Yeti Reading, because he's the real deal. That was not a paid promotion. I just like them.
Yeti's not slipping you any money to
talk
up his putting.
No money was transferred. Shout out Jared Stoll for getting the ace on hole 17. I can't really picture how one would do that, but that is impressive. We'll have to ask him about that, because that is an amazing one.
That's impressive, yeah.
Hole 18, 400 feet, par 3. This is really a two-shot hole. I don't see a lot of players really attacking this green, but usually throw a rock or a putter up to this kind of spot where the drone's flying and then attack for the next shot as well. So really beautiful hole to kind of finish up the 18 here at the farm at Quail Valley. We get a tight race here on day one. All of our players kind of clumped up around the 4 to 8 range, so we'll see if anyone gets aggressive and goes for the green. Gavin's just throwing that mid putter shot right in the middle of the fairway. No stress par. Yeti doing the same thing. It really takes a mash of it. Whoa! He's got moves too, ladies and gentlemen. What's not to love?
Yeah, any error and you find yourself either in the thick trees on the right or OB on the left.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the
And that's a quick
smart play.
That's a pretty quick 4 if you get in that tree. Maybe even a 5. Everyone's dancing on the tee.
Isaiah gets a rough kick and he will find himself OB on the left.
Bad kick, and he is way OB. I think he was going for it. Yeti's up. Easy par. Isaiah. These flower beds are now playing inbounds. Change from last year. The road is OB, so if you do go OB, you might have kind of a tricky back in bounds shot. Here's Ron. No stress par. Great round from Ron, 5 down. Yeti, 6 down. Another great round. And Gavin, hot round, 8 down. So let's take a look at the leaderboard here. Terry Roethlisberger absolutely shredding the course at 10 down. Gavin behind him by only 2 strokes. Coda Hatfield will be on our lead card tomorrow at 7 down. And Jay the Yeti will be at 6 down as well. So make sure to tune back in. We'll have the lead card here up in a jiffy. Thanks for tuning in to Penner Productions. We'll see you next time.